Hey everyone, happy Pride. Coming at you from beautiful downtown Big Brador. So I've been asked to introduce this upcoming video as HRFE's celebration of Pride. So I encourage you to watch the video. It's 15 or 20 minutes long. It's very informative. It's quite historically accurate. It talks about the beginning of the gay rights movement essentially in New York City in 1969, 50 years ago, and goes on to talk about the ongoing struggles today for the trans community and non-binary community in terms of their fight for equality as well. So how do we make this relevant to us as Canadians, Nova Scotians, Halifax firefighters? Well, when I came on the job in 1992, my partner was not allowed to go on my benefits plan. We could not get health benefits for her. She was not recognized as my spouse for death benefits. 1995 or 96, there was a fellow worked upstairs in the fire department office, and he came to work one day and he had a black eye, he had bruises on his face and cuts and stuff. And I said, "Richard, what the fuck happened to you?" He said, "Sam, I was gay bashed." And sadly, that was pretty common back then. He was walking home and he got the shit beat out of him while being called horrible names because he was gay, for no other reason. In 1996, the Canadian Charter on Human Rights broadened the definition of sex in terms of you cannot discriminate based on sex. So in 1996, that definition was broadened to include sexual orientation. So prior to that, it was okay to say, "No, you're gay, we don't want you in the fire department. We don't want you as a bus driver, we don't want you as a nurse. You can't have a job here because you're gay." Whoever it was, they could legally discriminate. 1996, just prior to amalgamation. In 2003, when I got married in Ontario, we came back to Nova Scotia and our marriage wasn't recognized here. It was a legal marriage in Ontario, but Nova Scotia didn't recognize same-sex marriage. It wasn't until 2 years later and a court battle that our marriage was recognized. The United Nations Charter on Human Rights states that all human beings are born free and equal in rights and dignity. And sadly, that's just not the case. It's a good plan to work towards, but we're just not there yet. People need to educate themselves and understand that there is still discrimination based on sexual orientation, gender identity. There are countries in the world where being identified as gay is an automatic death sentence still. There are countries where it's an automatic jail sentence for being gay. So we're not there yet. Educate yourselves. Be an advocate for people who do not have the same rights and privileges that you have. Love wins every time.